Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today I thought I'd do another different video. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but I feel like you guys are really digging this different kind of content and the mix up and the change up and whatever my hands are doing. I'm gonna talk about the most haunted places around the world. I'm gonna start off with one that might be a little bit obvious or you probably know. This is the island of dolls in Mexico. So this island is obviously known for the creepy dolls that inhabit the island, and the story behind this one is a really interesting one as well. A man retreated to this island to live a private life, but soon discovered the body of a little girl in a canal along with her doll. The man was distraught and he started hanging dolls on the island to appease the spirit of the girl, and he continued to do this for 50 years. And today, tourists still do the same. The dolls are said to be possessed by her spirit, and they whisper to passers-by, move their arms and their heads, and they open their eyes. And some people even claim that the dolls try to lure them onto the island. Next up is Mary King's Close, which is in my favorite place, Edinburgh, Scotland. Once a thriving trade area, Mary's King Close is an underground warren of streets and tunnels that led to various businesses and homes. The area was abandoned in 1645 after an outbreak of the plague. Hauntings have been reported as far back as the 17th century, and it's believed to be people who suffered from the plague or residents who lived there. People have reported hearing voices, hearing scratching, seeing apparitions, and one of them is a little girl called Annie. And people even leave Annie little presents in one of the rooms. Next up, the Screaming Tunnel in Niagara Falls on the Canada side. This Screaming Tunnel was contracted in the early 1900s. This limestone tunnel runs underneath an old railway line and was originally used as a draining tunnel, used to run water away from the farmlands. Legend is that you can conjure the spirit that lives in the tunnel. What you do is take a match and go into the middle of the tunnel at midnight, light it up, and when it goes out, you'll hear the scream of a distressed woman. The tunnel was also used in the filming of The Dead Zone and also in the filming of an indie flick called Limestone Burning, which is about the tale. Next up, Changi Beach, Singapore. And this one is known as one of the most haunted places in all of Asia. During the day, Changi Beach is known for a great family picnic spot and even the ideal sunset watching location. But at night, the story is a little bit different. The beach actually served as a ground for the Japanese during the Sukching Battle of the Second World War. Thousands of Chinese died during this time as they were suspected of being anti-Japanese. People claim to hear voices and cries coming from nowhere on this beach. And the people who rent the beach houses nearby have some wild claims. They claim creaky doors, the feeling of being watched or stared at, and being slapped by someone who is not there. And the worst one, they claim that their objects, kind of like keys or possessions lying around, turn red like they were stained with blood. I truly saved the best for last. The creepiest, most haunted place I could find was the Rose Hall in Montego Bay in Jamaica. And seriously, get ready for this one. The Rose Hall plantation was named after the owner's wife and began in 1750. After they died, the house was then passed down the family to the grandnephew who lived there with his wife, Annie Palmer. She was known as the White Witch of Rose Hall. She treated her slaves barbarically, torturing and killing many of them. Warning, these details are super gory and they're even more alarming and disturbing because they're true. She used to spit at her slaves very often. She used to cut out their tongues if they lied. She used to have sex with them and then kill them afterwards. And she'd sometimes put them in a cell 16 feet under the ground so they'd suffocate to death. She was also known to be obsessed with voodoo and used to practice it on the servants' babies. She poisoned her first husband, stabbed her second husband, and then strangled her third husband to death. But then she fell in love. But the bookkeeper that she was in love with a slave. So it's said that she put a voodoo spell on the slave, which killed her. And the legend goes that the grandfather of the deceased somehow knew what happened and went and took revenge and killed the White Witch of Rose Hall. From what I can tell, nowadays they've just preserved the house and they use it as a museum. But the people who work there, they refuse to stay there after 6 o'clock. They lock up the house and get the fuck out of there because the evil vibes are just too strong and dark. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It gave me severe chills, so hopefully I've passed them on to you. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who made it to my live stream. You guys were all awesome. I'm really sorry it wasn't a convenient time for everybody. It just happens to be that way, that we don't live in the same place. And thank you to everyone who couldn't make it but decided to watch it afterwards. If you did miss it, remember it's on my channel so you can rewatch it and listen to me blabber for 2 hours straight. I was a little bit delirious and you guys totally played on that. Good work. I hope you guys are having a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Stay spooky. Bye.